So you ever been around somebody with somebody that everywhere you went,
somebody know?
It's cool. Like you think you taking her somewhere new? She been there.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if y'all go out of town, like everything you plan, cabin, been there, cruise, been there. She been on the jet. She done went to Africa.
That's cool, but I don't need nobody else reminding me. Goddamn, when I get there, she done been there.
You got no choice because she done everything. She know everybody. I mean, which one would you rather? Because what she doing, she's taking away what you can show her. Because she done everything.
Yeah.
Then you got somebody. This motherfucker
ain't does shit. Yeah, ain't did nothing.
Well, at that point, it's up. If you really into that person, then it's up to you to find out what she haven't done. That's gonna come with your communication. So okay, bitch, you ever been to goddamn? You ever been skydiving at the Grand Canyon? No, I ain't never did that. Good, we doing that next week. You gonna have to find something that you can experience.
And guess what? Now your budget then went.
Yo, I'm just an example. I'm saying
start out cheap.
Yo,
I gotta save up to impress you.
Loyalty, respect.
Respect.
Well, hold up, I forgot. Loyalty, respect, or love. Because a lot of people say love don't need to be, because love really ain't that important. I was told.
Well, I'm not even in a relationship for love anyway.
Oh, okay, so I'm asking y'all, what's more important out of the three?
To me, respect.
Respect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because love, because if you ask a woman this, they're going to more so go to a love.
Probably gonna say love.
Love, yeah.
That's a feeling answer, not a logical answer.
Yeah, because there's so many things under what they would consider love.
The umbrella of, yeah.
They're gonna say love, and they're gonna list all the ways you gotta love them.
Yeah.
I just want one thing. And, you know, because I know what come with it.
Yeah, so.
We back, man. We back.
Okay,
No, that's the toe thing.
Oh, I almost didn't either.
we back, man. We back. Take a little break real quick, man. Look, like, share, subscribe to the channel. Get these subscribers up, man. We you know, this podcast for real is not for people. If you're not like a thinker, if you're not like the person that like have a perspective on things, and like to share like how you see things or listen to other people, then, or, you know, listen to other people's perspective, then this podcast is really like for you. If you into gossip and you into the latest, you know, celebrity news and shit, that's not this type of podcast.
No.
So it's a podcast where you can even looking at your phone, you can participate in the conversation, because we know we can say something that you'll even see the same way. Like, man, I wish I was in the room, you know, talking to them guys about what they talking about, because I love conversations like that. Those are the type of like responses I like getting back when people like the conversations. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got a few days coming up, man, and I wish I could go. I ain't gonna lie. I pay for one of y'all to go with me. I'm going to the Atlanta Podcast Black Excellence Festival on April 26th. They're gonna be hosted by Charlemagne the God. They're gonna have I think Drink Champs, Tank. They got podcast. It's just podcast. It's from 11 to 8. So I'm going to that. I got the meet and greet passes and everything. So I'm gonna go backstage, meet all them guys and all that, man. Just kind of want to be in the room with some people that know what they're doing, so I can pick their brain. You know what I'm saying? You got to kind of, you know, put back into your craft and get better at what you're doing.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be an experience too. Like everything I do in Atlanta, like when you go, I went to a convention in Atlanta, bro. The energy it's just energy, and being around all the energy, it's just everybody just, you know, loving on each other and wanting to, you know, it's just different. It's totally different.
Yeah.
I also got our 1 year anniversary for the podcast coming up, man. We're gonna be filming from the time I get up to the time we end the night. We're gonna be filming, so we're gonna be live. We're gonna have a 1 year award ceremony,
April 13th,
and everybody getting the award. Y'all gonna be surprised at the awards y'all getting. We're giving away gifts. We're gonna have cash prizes. But it's gonna be, y'all just tune in for that. So I'm gonna be heavy promoing on that when it get closer to that time.
I'm very and I guess you bring it up. knowing our conversations we've had, I was like, I didn't know we were going to bring it up, because I sure wanted to say something about it. I was like, definitely want that to be balled up on the podcast itself. April 13th going to be a very special day.
Yeah, man.
It's going to be going down. This man done made a lot of big plans, and we here to back him up on everything he do. So y'all need to tune in. It's going to be something serious. So.
Man, I'm humble all the time. I'm a humble guy. I'm not braggadocious, none of that. But on that day, man, I'm a whole nother nigga, man. I'm celebrating myself, goddammit.
What Sam Jacket say?
Pack yourself in the back.
This,
yes, sir. Shake it up, man.
See that shoe? I tried that. Man, you nigga, we poppin'. Hey.
Actually, I believe, I'm with you here. I'm very humble, but sometime, every blue moon, you should be able to do that to yourself.
You gotta do that, man. You gotta celebrate yourself,
celebrate yourself. Why keep on working and not being able to do that? That's the reason why you do work, to do stuff like that. So.
And that's another thing. Why do people do that? Why do people say, "Oh, he think he all that"? I do. Why is it bad for me to feel like
why is it a problem for that to be a talk?
We do that? That's
because
crazy.
they too damn lazy to get up and do something that they proud of.
Yeah.
But
it'd be mostly negative people who say shit like that. Always negative people who say shit like that.
Yeah, everybody don't.
What's wrong with that man? Think ain't shit wrong with the problem is you don't think this of your own self.
There you go.
Whatever, man. Yeah.
That's actually it. Anything, what people think of others is a reflection of how they see themselves.
Yeah.
You can't see the good in me. If you always are supporting me and encouraging me, that's because you do that to yourself. You always see the glass half full instead of half empty. You got to think like that in order for people to actually get it into the other people. That's how I know most people really. Let me ask y'all this: do you really think it exists? Like, do you think it's possible to actually be happy for somebody else more than yourself?
Mm-hmm.
You think it's possible?
In what situation? I got a couple of people I'm proud as hell of because I seen what they were.
You said proud. Go ahead.
Proud. I'm ecstatic.
You for them more than.
And I told them. I've told them. I can't say they certain situations what they went through, but when you actually seen somebody, you like, I wouldn't give that motherfucker a quarter.
But I know you're saying that
you
though.
be like,
but is it? Listen, to what I'm saying. Do you think it's? I'm listening to you, and I'm gonna think on what situation I actually because I'm trying to see, is it even possible to be happy for somebody else more than yourself? Like your energy and wanting to see other people thrive exceeds your own success or your own thriving.
I've done it, Eric. I've done it. I've seen it firsthand. I can even take it football field, basketball court, life experience, and everything. And like you just said earlier, some people look at the glass half full, some look at it half empty. I'm happy something in the glass. So now if you also see something, you happy with something in the glass and you figure out a way how to put more in your glass, dude, I'm happy for you. I'm not the hater type that some people would say.
But I'm not saying not be happy for them. I'm saying be more happy for them than you would yourself. And I think
we did accomplish the same thing,
are
you saying that?
What I'm saying is, when people are happy for you, when they say, "Man, I'm happy for you," does that enthusiasm ever exceed the? Let's say you just got some good news. Oh my, and this happening to you. Do you think any other excitement for anybody else can top that?
No, and I say no because you're as a natural person, human, we're selfish. Mm-hmm. So when being selfish, I mean, don't get me wrong. The right response is say, "I'm happy for you," blah 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 blah,
right.
and that's considerate. That's showing consideration. But literally, you're more prone to be more happy about what's going on with your situation, and not that you ain't down in your situation, but you're gonna be more as a selfish person. You're gonna be like, "Hey man, but my shit, it's about me right now." No, Chris, I know Chris, you're not agreeing because you feel like I'm down with somebody.
No. I'm
gonna speak for myself. Then my perspective is, I'm thinking that from a perspective of my own self, and it's just me. That's me. I'm gonna be more happy for myself. I'm gonna be happy for you, but I'm gonna be more happy for myself too, though. So.
I mean, I get that. That's fine, because like I have been through it where I'm happy with what I done.
Yeah.
But for somebody close to me, what their company do, I've actually literally shed tears for over happiness because of somebody else.
I have too.
I have too.
So, and trust me, if I'm understanding correctly, yeah, I'm happy for me, but for somebody else to make a certain accomplishment, trust me, dude, I really be ecstatic, and I don't look at it, man, I wish it was me. No, I don't do that.
Now that's different. That's envy.
Yes,
You know,
that's what I'm saying. I think that's all it is anyway. But no,
What I'm saying, like, no, there's no like standard to which you should be happy for a person. Like, if you're happy for a person, you're happy for them.
Yeah.
But you got people that actually ain't happy for nobody. They don't want to see nobody else thrive.
Yeah,
They'd rather it be him. I ain't talking about the jealous motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know, some envy is different. That's just wishing they,
don't make it.
that it can happen to them. They don't want it to not happen to them. They just envious that it ain't happening to them.
Yeah.
But being happy for somebody, I can actually honestly say, younger year, I've always been the type to always be happy for people, but I don't think it's me. I don't think it's possible to be more happy for people than I am myself. Now, as I got older, when I see people, I started to realize everybody's different and everybody got their own lane. It made it easier for me to be more happy for people because I'm seeing them get in their element.
Yeah, they lane. Yeah.
And so black people, you got a lot of black people, you don't, like, this ain't even nothing you do. This my lane. That's your lane. Why you want to be in mine too? You see what I'm saying? Why you can't be, I can do it better than him. So you gonna do it just because you think you can do it better than me? That's the, we got blurred lines when we got it.
Yeah, that's that hate thing to me like that.
But you could always tell a person's energy and how they really feel through it, because you can't fake energy. You can fake words. Energy, you can't fake it.
That's kind of like, I'm gonna start this podcast. Man, that motherfucking shit ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
Why would you say something like that, dude?
For real.
Because you really mean it. Basically, if you got to say it under your belt to somebody else, you really mean it.
I know they probably thinking it. Motherfucker thinking it.
Hoping
You
it.
say it.
Hoping it. Yeah, but come on, man.
Lay his ass on the couch.
Question, gentlemen. Can you like someone but not respect them?
Yeah. I think, you can love somebody and not respect them.
Okay.
Because that's what and again, I don't have to love you to respect you. If I meet you for the first time, I respect you. I don't love you. I don't know you. But I can respect you.
I disagree with that, but no, I guess I can't like respect so important. Huh?
I was just talking about this other day.
To me, it's so like, okay, I'm gonna use stuff at work. Good guy, good personality, good guy. But I don't ever see us having a conversation. I don't see us even clicking because it's things I know of him that I don't respect. And when my respect level has gotten to that point, I really can't even, I can't see myself, having a conversation because I'm in my head, I know how my thoughts go. Like if I don't respect you and I'm looking at you, I can't do it. A lot of people do it. I can't because my face is gonna really tell you how let's say we talk about football and we just talk about the Cowboys. I'm looking at you like, bro, I don't respect you. So why are we talking? That's just me though. That's just how I am.
But you also just said you said love and respect.
Okay. Maybe I need to take love out the equation. That like, can you like someone and yet not respect them?
Oh, okay, that is different.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take love out there. Yeah, like them and but not respect them. I can't do it. I'm just asking y'all do it. I mean,
You haven't been done before? Yeah,
Huh?
it's been done before.
I guess it's been done. Yeah,
You might
a lot, but to
You
me,
gotta try. Like you gotta consciously be trying
to, yeah. And to me, if you gotta try, you're not.
I shouldn't be around you. Really.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's my point right there. Because me myself, I don't do fake, but I do courteous. Like I can be courteous. I can do whatever. Because it's people. Because when you meet people, you ain't gonna always like them. At job, I don't like none of my bosses, and I'm gonna say that now. But I'm not gonna disrespect them. I'm not gonna get around them and whatever. I'm gonna do what I need to do pertaining to my job wise. But as in liking them and talking and casual,
I don't have to be your friend.
Exactly.
I don't have to be your buddy.
Exactly.
But the thing about it is, I'm gonna respect you for your position.
So y'all can do it, right? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not really good at it. So.
I mean, I can respect you for certain things, but I don't give a damn. That don't mean I give a damn about you.
So let's say you're at a job and you talking to this guy, and let's say this guy you don't respect because first of all he's showing you that he's you know of experience that he's not really much of a man. You know this. He's not. He don't. Just certain things you know about him, and you don't respect none of the stuff that you know about him. But when y'all talking to each other, can you feel like can y'all click? Like, can you click or can you?
Yeah, because I keep people where they are. I don't need you to be my friend for everything.
Yeah.
We at work, and I can everything I know about you. It's as if I don't know, because you ain't shown me that. I'm not gonna judge you. My attitude towards you is not gonna be based off what you did when I wasn't there. I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah.
I just heard it, and I don't like people like that. But until I see it, you get respect from me face to face.
So basically, you meet somebody off the bat, you give them respect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't believe in when people say, I actually don't believe in earning respect.
Okay,
Respect
that's the key word. So, but you give them respect first, then they do something, then the respect goes away, right? I can see that.
First of all, I want to figure out why the hell you so comfortable coming to me talking about your personal life at work. That shit like that, I nipped that in it, but now, dog, now, it's a difference between an opinion than sharing your damn life story. Man, I don't care if your woman got on red thongs.
And actually, when I was talking about it, but that's exactly how it happened. It came with all this, that, and
Don't you know you lose, the more people talk, you kind of lose respect for them.
Yeah.
If they talk too much, like
yes, and that's what I'm saying. So, but good guy, but I know too much now. You told me, but yeah, I'm looking at you like.
Now at that point, now I'm starting to not like you because of what I see.
Yeah, from what you see. Yeah,
and I'm gonna slowly get the fuck away from you.
Yeah, because you don't want. And that's where I got it from. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. But I agree with you though. When you meet someone, you give them that, because I want the same thing. Give me respect now until I do something that you don't have to have it. We cool. Yeah, but like I'm like Eric though. You don't have to earn it, but you damn sure better keep it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you got to give it.
Yeah,
like it's not earned. You give.
Yeah.
You give to take, not take to
give. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you guys that.
Yeah, man, it's hard shit, man. But that's also why it's so many reasons that go into the mindset behind, trying to be, being
Healthy
like
co-worker.
Entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Because I can work with who I want to work with. Like one of the reasons was for like going to work. Like I can love my job. I don't really actually know anybody that loves their job and the people they work with. Like you either gonna get one or the other. You don't like the job, but you love the people, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Like show me somebody that loves both.
That's a good one. Yeah.
That's that, and that's.
If you you love what you're doing. Like when you love what you're doing, you're not really working.
It don't feel like work.
It don't feel like work because you love what you're doing. And this gonna sound real bad. I'm doing what I'm doing to survive and do my. But what I think I know I would have loved to have done, and I still can do it, and me and you had this conversation before, I love real estate. I truly do. I look at that stuff when I'm at home, when nobody's around, real estate, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. When me and a friend of mine talk, we always talk about just real estate.
Yeah.
And I can see if there was a job that I can sell real estate but have some insurance with and stuff, that would be the job for me that I would love.
You keep using the word job too. You're a real estate agent. You're you're an independent agent.
Yeah.
Which means everything you put into, like, you're not going clocking in and working an hourly thing.
Yeah.
And whatever you produce is what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
So that's like, I know
that's a fear of mine too, though, Eric.
Right. So you love it, but can you love
maintain
it enough?
Is your drive gonna stay the same every day to get up and go do it?
Yeah, because once you involve money, and let's say, you good at doing it for free, helping people.
Yeah.
When you get into real estate and you see you won't make your first check until 6-7 months, but before then, like, it's taking you months to get a check. Mm-hmm. If you don't do things to keep your drive up, you're gonna quit. Stop doing it altogether, because you're doing it for you. And everything you get is by your own hands. And if you don't do shit, you're not gonna get shit. Yeah. Even though your love for it actually gonna start going down.
Well, so I guess the word right now, I love it. You say, like, I love it now. Yeah. But would I still love it if it came to a point where can it feed me every day or whatever?
Yeah. You gotta ask yourself, do I see myself doing this for money? Because a lot of
That's
stuff
a
I
good
love
que- that's a
doing,
question,
but I'm
yeah.
like, nah, I wouldn't do it for money though.
Yeah. But I know that, like,
I would think you would.
Let me say, like in your spare time, just like almost like a part-time job. When you feel like doing, okay, I'm gonna look at
And
this,
see,
listen,
yeah.
and get to do
Yeah.
it like this here. And
But
then,
but I think what gravitating what Eric said, but could I go further, letting this job go and do it like for a living and still have that love for it though?
Yeah, and see, my thing, what I think, you do it, make part-time, you sell a house here, you get your $1,500, $2,000 commission, but you mess around and sell 3 houses this month, and you mess around, and look, damn, 10,000, man. Let me get another 10,000. I'm gonna say the hell with
It's
Old Dominion. Like, damn, I got a 15.
now that's
Ain't no sense to going back to Old Dominion.
Really gonna start loving it.
Damn.
Okay.
You see, now I get it.
That's
Now getting up at 8 o'clock to go show a house is fun now.
yeah.
Damn.
But that's not when you, and this is like in a relationship. You can when everything is great. Oh, I love it. You really find out how much your love is when the shit ain't great. You know, am I right?
Right.
How dedicated you will be to it if it ain't great.
Right, but if you do it, and this is an entrepreneur perspective. The first 100, I started doing credit 5 years ago, right at COVID. So I had no choice. So when COVID happened, I got sick. I couldn't go back to work. Fuck it, I might as well go and do it. Jumped into it. The first dollar you make is gonna excite you. So my first $100, I made $100. Oh, it's over with. I just want to know, okay, I can make money.
Yeah.
My first $100. So now all I got to do is replicate what I did the first time. So if you got a slow mo, like when it happened the first time, it's over with. You in there. You love real estate because you know you can do it. If you, okay, damn, it ain't working right now. Just do what you did at first. Like you just do that. But you always reinventing yourself. Like you always having to get better. You always got to study. You always got to you got to always perfect your craft for what you're doing, or you will stay stagnant. Cause everything is predicated on you. It ain't if you can't blame nobody but yourself.
Yeah.
So that's why anything that happened to me now, I can't blame nobody else. That's why I don't get nobody control over me making money, like nothing. So now I can hold don't nobody have nothing to do with any of my hardships. I control everything. That's how you got to look at it.
Yeah, because I've showed me things that's like, damn, we're gonna keep that drive with. Okay, I had
The
3-4 straight months.
Listen, be around when you get around people people that do because they speak with authority. They speak they just can manifest anything if they just say it, and they do it, and that's what excites me. What excites me is when I get an idea, it excites me because I know how to do it and I see it growing. If it's something that I can't see it growing and I don't really know how to start doing it, so it don't really excite me. But if I get an idea, oh shit, I can do that, and I'm getting on it right then because I know I can do it. So it's it's a mindset, man.
These are conversations I like to have. But go ahead, quick.
No, because I was saying is, you got these smooth 3-4 months, everything coming in, clockwork, got it. But then the next 2 is like, oh, it's slow. Damn, what do I do to get it back up? Or just say, for instance, you just bring in 5,000 a month. All of a sudden, now you didn't bring up 1,200. Does it the way you have to fluctuate your monetary your gains and losses in a certain way?
You have to always understand. There is going to be slow times. There is going to be times when you got to put back so that you can maintain the slow season. Every business has a slow season and a peak season. This is my peak season because everybody got their taxes. So I'm saying, some spring after taxes, it slows down a little bit. So now I know I got to put in extra work to maintain the same level of income. I may get down a little bit. Like business it fluctuates. That's why that's actually what scares you. It's the unknown. Like, man, I went crazy this month, and I got to do this again next month, and then the next month. So then you got to start looking at, okay, damn, I need to start playing 2 months. All the money that I make this month was from what I did last month. I plan a month in advance, or sometimes I plan like 2 months in advance and 3 months. But I got to know the seasons. So now you got to look at your market. At what point would this fluctuate? When would the market look better? When do people have the most money? Like it's so much analytics you got to look at to make sure you got to like you well rounded in your business. But if it's some things you don't understand, when it do get slow, it's gonna scare you because you be like, maybe this ain't working for me no more. Maybe in the it didn't. It just you just don't know what the next thing to do. You didn't look at the handbook and look under, and you didn't pay attention to that part. It happens. I done actually had some moments where I was like, damn, I may need to go back to work.
But as you said earlier, though, you're saying, but if you keep reinventing yourself, start where you started and reinvent yourself more and more. Whenever thoughts do come in, it's all about just stepping your game up in, right?
Yeah.
You know, in your mind. But that has to be locked in your mindset, though, your drive, and that's an everyday thing. Am I right?
Every day.
Yeah.
Like every day.
Yeah.
You got to get up every day, and mind you don't. Sometimes you don't want to do it, but you know. I don't lie to myself. What I can do, I will. What I can't do, I just can't do it. But what I know I can do, I don't like feeling defeated just because it's not happening for me right now. So that, and then okay, let me get out of this. Yeah, I spend a few minutes, kind of pondering what should I do, but it ain't gonna take long because I ain't got time. As an entrepreneur, you always think about time. I don't have time to sit and think too long about something. Let me get to it. Let's
and see, and I don't told you before. Like I said, I love talking to people such as yourself, entrepreneurs with the mindset. I like that. But you and my other two brothers, if y'all don't, I'll talk to all y'all, and y'all talk just alike. Because Marvin said the same thing. Like he know he got to get up and do this. Because if he don't, he said, I'm not gonna sink. He says, as long as I'm living and breathing, and I know the mindset I gotta have to make this work, I gotta keep doing it. Right. Ted said the same thing too. But y'all are entrepreneurs. That's how y'all mind think.
Right.
I gotta get up and do this, and I gotta keep reinventing myself to make sure that money, whatever. When it slows down, don't panic. Just do it better than what you did before.
Yeah.
Ted said the same. When you just said that, I heard Ted say the same thing. Like, him getting that club and him doing what he's doing. He said it's gonna be time when that club is up. Gonna be time when that club is down. He said, but when it's down, he don't put money away to make sure I gotta still keep on making that keep working for me. He said, I work for myself, not for nobody else.
Right.
So I've had this conversation on a couple of times with my brothers, and I'm like, man, y'all, boy.
And when I say so now you kind of treat everything the same. Everything gets treated the same. That's why a lot of stuff I look at as business, because ain't nothing if we want to get something done, what do we need to do to get it done? All I need to know is what to do. I know I can do it. I just need to know what. What makes me nervous is not knowing what to do. I hate not knowing. Damn, I don't know what to do. I gotta know what to do. So if I don't know what to do, I'm gonna skip that part. Like whatever, somebody come to me and paint a picture for me and that's cool. But I wouldn't know what to start. I don't know what. I'm gonna let you have. I don't take on nothing that I can't do.
You need to know. You need to know more than just a pitch. You need to know how we're gonna do this. What's the steps of making this happen, right?
Yeah. Well,
you need more than just an idea. You have an idea, but how are we gonna go about doing this?
I guess I hate not knowing something I'm already doing. Like when I get to a crossroad where I don't know what to do. It's just like driving, and I get somewhere where where the fuck am I? I don't like that feeling of uncertainty. So I always gotta know what the next step is. So it's kind of like looking in the future. And as an entrepreneur, you gotta be able to look in the future. I know this is gonna happen. I already got this lined up for when this does happen. So I already know, but I had to go through the bumps to get there. And sometimes you don't know what question to ask and what to learn. So, okay, but sometimes you don't know, you can't learn it until it happens.
Yeah.
Because it just
so it's a living lesson.
It ain't you gotta go
through it.
You gotta go through it.
So basically, entrepreneurs can call average working people lazy.
When it comes to yourself, think about it.
Really.
He has a point when he just said that, though.
Somebody else makes your schedule. Somebody else tell you, even though you do it, you got to be told how to do it or what to do. You don't. I can easily sit in the bed and be, fuck it, I'm gonna sleep until 12, 1, because I don't work for nobody. I gotta tell myself, set my alarm and get up at 4, 5 in the morning when I'm not required to by nobody. So I got to holding yourself accountable is hard.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Like it's hard.
And man, look, your ass head set. Damn, I gotta get up. Like I said, it's easy just to get up and go to work.
Yeah.
As opposed to get up and start with your own thing. So I can see it. So I can see an entrepreneur calling the average person lazy.
I can too. I got admiration for entrepreneurs. I really do, because I feel like it's a certain mindset you got to have to do it, really, and to be successful at it in any kind of way. You got to have that. Your mentality got to be something serious. And I have spoken to some serious guys, Eric, my brothers, and other guys who have done it, and they all say the majority of the same thing, is that you got to have this in you. You know, your drive got to be stronger than the average man, because, like you said, you know what time you're going to work on your. You have a set schedule already. I got to get up every morning and get my ass out of bed, because I know if I don't do this, I'm not going to eat.
So let me ask you today. Do you feel like that's something you always had, or you just didn't want to work for somebody?
I've always had it. You just don't, but everybody has the same fear. But I said when I was young, I didn't want to work. I always wanted to own my own business. I said that I'm talking about that's what drives me, my freedom. That my just being able to get up and actually do. I get up in the morning, probably work, from about 7 to maybe 10, 11. Then I can go to the gym. I can have lunch if I want to. Come back home, work. I can do whatever I want to. And now that I'm maintaining the income I want, I can do something else. I can do the podcast. Most people, you work a job, it's just certain stuff you ain't got time for. You be too tired when you get off work. You don't want to. Hey man, you got to really know that you got to put more time in the same 8 hours or even 4. Just something you like 4 straight hours into yourself doing something that you feel like it's a business, whatever. Just put that. I promise you, it'll work. You just got to do it.
Because I get off at 1 afternoon. I might, unless I go to the gym or pick my boy from school. I might. By the time it's time everybody getting off, they want it, but let's do this. By that time, hell, I'm ready to lay it back down.
So let me ask y'all this. Let's say you did say, you know what, I do want to start something. I'm gonna invest in this, buy a truck, box truck, just whatever.
Yeah.
Right now, what would you say your why would be for being an entrepreneur? Or start your own business? What would be your why? Why would you do that?
Probably freedom. I could say the freedom or the extra income.
Okay.
For both.
For both. I think I have both. The freedom, because that word is very, until you just said that word, I mean, everybody, but it means a lot now. It carries a lot of weight now. That freedom to be able to do this and not have to be, I agree with freedom and that extra income.
Because to be honest, if I would think about doing it like a box truck, I would hope I can get. If I would do it, I would like to get like 5 of them and not do the driving.
And that's what Marvin doing. Marvin got 3. He trying to get 6. He want to have 6 all and not be a driver at all. But that's that mindset of I want to be able to have this. But Marvin's mindset is like I want to make this money, have this, but I also want it to be a family thing where so that way that I'm looking out for my family as well as doing this. And we've had that conversation. He said, but the family got to get right and have that same mentality. He said, I'm not going to let anybody do it. But I am looking out for my family instead of you looking out for yourself. So, like I said, but to answer your question though, freedom and that extra income, that's a damn good question.
But I would say that too. Like there's principles. When you hear you're gonna hear a lot. Just get around a lot of entrepreneurs. They're all gonna say the same thing. Just like every business model is actually the same. The system is the same. It's the same. All you're doing is replacing the product. The system is the same. So everything you hear, you go to any convention, you hear entrepreneur, they're gonna say the same exact thing. And then it's, what'd you just say?
What, Marvin, the box truck and all that stuff? Or family?
Maybe it was something Chris said. I forgot. But
and I now, you know what, Eric? I'm gonna tell you something that's making more sense to me now. I can see how you gravitate toward Republicans, because in this Republicans, and I'm not a Trump fan. Everybody knows this.
Yeah.
But they'll run Republicans are. It's a system of how you run a business, and that's how they feel like they can run the United States just like that. I mean, it literally can make sense. Yeah, it really can make sense because it's all about. First of all, it's about money. Everything is about money with this over here. Okay, if you run your business the same way you run this country, but the thing about the only problem I always feel with that is people bring a lot of emotions into this. Yeah. Republicans try to say don't. That's what conservatives do, and then they try to be slick about it. Republicans say don't do that. Just have this about the business and the facts. That's where the issue comes in.
That is my issue. The country is not a business.
The country really is, Chris.
Now they try to turn it into one, but it's not.
But it actually is. It's a company.
It's a it is.
We keep including ourselves in the conversation. They're separated because this is how we want to run the company, and this is how we want to run
the company. Yeah,
like that. It's just how just like I said, both of them want to make money.
Yeah,
both of them want to have power, but we want to do it this way, and we want to do it this way. We're always going to be the commodity, though. Like we shouldn't even be in this conversation. Black people, that's not our conversation. It's which one our agenda is freedom. That's our party. We need to be trying to figure out how can we make ourselves free. What resources do we have right now in our community without using the government can we use to get our people free from any access or any dependency on the government? That's our party. We should be talking. We shouldn't be talking about none of the shit they talking about. None of it.
See, my own thing about that is the only way that I think it can happen. They still gonna have to go to the government to get it started.
Right, and we kind of ain't got no choice now.
Yeah, and that's a black banking system, because if the blacks can come up with their own banking system, we don't need that money. But the thing about it is, you're going to need that money to get the system started.
See how far behind we are?
Yeah.
So I think that's the only problem with it. But then again, if you do get it, come up with your own money, it's going to end up like Tulsa or Atlanta.
Yeah, and that's another thing.
You think there's do you think so by that comment you just said, is there a glass ceiling for blacks in a sense where it's a certain height they're gonna allow you to get to, and then
in this country, yes.
Yeah.
Because capitalism, we keep on. We're not, and I don't again, us coming together create. All right. So first of all, white people don't value money; they value power. We value money. We
think money is power.
Money is not power.
No, I'm saying we think money is power.
Right. Yeah. That's what we think.
Yeah.
But they own shit.
Yeah.
Owning everything you go to, I own it. I control. That's why they want the money. But it's not about the money. It's about the power.
Yeah.
You have to come for me to. I'm literally your every resource. I'm your healthcare resource, your dental resource. I'm your job, tax, everything. Government is. I'm your resource for everything.
Yeah.
Land, a house, bank, everything. We food, everything.
And we have no generational wealth we pass on to children or nothing.
Yeah.
Whereas they do so.
And so that's another thing. When I say freedom, I'm talking about mentally too. You go into work every day. They give you a certain amount of money to keep making them rich. So I'm gonna create my own system, and it's gonna be based off of. When you're an entrepreneur, dog, I swear to God, your mindset is to want everybody to come with you. Because when you're an entrepreneur and everybody else work, you by yourself. That's why when Marvin said that, man, I want the family to do this so we all can do this, so we all can be involved. Because, if I ain't got nothing to do, I want to go to brunch, I can't call one of y'all, man, I got to go to work. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I hate, I don't even like hearing it no more. Because, man, y'all got to. My folks, my people still got to go work for this white man. You know what I'm saying? You make an good hourly raise, $30-some out. That's you're making decent money to abstain a lifestyle, but you can never go above it. If you did that for yourself, I bet you can go above it. Just got to do it. We all got to go. When we come together, man, we can. Man, that's how I think now. I don't limit myself to shit no more. I just got to find the people that are willing to do it with me.
You know what's crazy about that? You remember Jack, my boy, mama, right?
Mm-hmm.
Guess who her dad was best friends with back in the 60s?
Michael Jackson.
Elvis Presley.
Hell no. Fred Smith. Him and Fred Smith worked at what's the name together when Fred was trying to start FedEx.
And had to go gamble to pay those folks.
And he turned it down for his job at MAGW. He told Fred he didn't want to step out like that.
And all the people who started out with him, they all multi-millionaires. Billionaires, yeah. Because they all stayed with Fred. But would you have, would you have stayed with Fred? Not knowing what it was going to become, would you have stayed with Fred? Like, you have to be a serious visionary to see this that far in the future. For real?
Yeah, because I think the fear, like I said, I think the whole fear with people getting on board with Fred, it was the postal service. He's trying to compete with the post office.
Yeah.
That was like, at what point? Like, say, so who did he start with?
No, I said my son, granddaddy, was friends with Fred Smith. And they used to hang out with him.
Granddaddy was friends with Fred Smith when they was younger.
FedEx, when they was younger. Yeah, when he was starting FedEx and all that. When he was trying to tell him to go in with him.
Was he with him when he was trying to start FedEx too?
The story where I got, he was trying to get their dad to go in with him. Fred Smith was trying to get him to go in with him so they could start, and he didn't. He took the job at MLGW.
You know, in the first time, since I worked at Fed, they always told the story. The first time when Fed had to pay people, he didn't have the money. He actually had to go, and this is the story, now I don't know how true it is. He had to go and he got a little money and went to Vegas and gamble and had to come back and pay them. But the folks that stayed with him, and they give it to him,
I can't. I probably wouldn't.
I was gonna say because did nobody see that it was going, like you said, Chris. The thing was you're competing with United States Postal Service, and that was the mentality of a lot of people were saying that.
But this the thing though. But I understand it now. You got to look at the person that the idea is coming from and how passionate they are about it. Fuck skill, fuck knowledge. Passion is I take somebody that got the drive more than the talent, because I know they're gonna do it and they're gonna always get better. So now I believe, like, man, I'm dead ass serious about this, and the people that's ride with me. So I'm not even this, man. I'm not doing this for money. I do everything I have a system that I understand, that I know now how you make money chase you instead of you chasing money. So when this gets to the point where it's everything that I research and try to understand about how to make a podcast, like a most viewed or monetized podcast, like I'm studying that now. So I know I'm gonna get there because I'm getting the knowledge.
Yeah.
So that's the direction. So who's ever with me, once this turns into a company, the people with me don't get paid, because that's the goal. Yeah. Once you know what the goal is, you figure out the steps to get there, and you get there. Like, I'm no different from anybody else that's getting paid from doing podcasts. You either. Nobody's Jay's. I don't care who you are. You're still a human being. I can do it too. I just didn't, because I didn't believe in myself enough. So now, fuck it. I'm finna do it. So if you with me, man, let's goddamn it do it.
Because I so thought about it at one point. Wait a minute. He actually did. If you think about it, because I think I'll talk to Jack about it. If you think about it, it probably was smart, because he was only going to be competing against one other person, one other company.
Yeah.
And that was the post office.
Yeah.
So now, when you think about it, once he got in, then guess what came along? UPS, RPS.
Yeah.
All these other, now you got Amazon, and you got all these couriers and stuff. Like, wait a minute, maybe he was on to something.
Now people get it. Now, have you noticed that now people are getting excited about new companies now?
Yeah.
Like, it's people now know that's the stop to go to when you see a up-and-coming booming company. Like, people understand it now. So if it's a different, just like when I think when they started doing NFTs and then crypto and then what's the other one? But they didn't. It's like, okay, they coming out with another. Okay, we hopping on this
about the Bitcoin thing.
Yeah, Bitcoin. Like, fuck, I didn't, motherfucker didn't fuck with Bitcoin when it first came out. And then they came out with different, like, it's like, you got Bitcoin, then you start coming out with things that's offspring of Bitcoin.
Yeah, because it was a dude at work. He quit because he said he had been doing it for a little while.
Yeah.
And his first big hit, he quit that same day. He showed me he had got made like $26,000 in one day.
See, that's what I'm saying.
And he was like, "I'm gone, dude." That man took his doggone T-shirt off.
Yeah, I mean, and like you said, if anybody invested in, let's say, Amazon 10, 15, 20 years ago or whatever, when it first, and you have, because like you said, and this is something else that I've heard entrepreneurs say, you got to invest in yourself. You got to.
Yeah.
If you're not willing to invest in yourself, you're not going to succeed at being an entrepreneur, because that's what it's all about. You got to make them investments. Money makes money, so you got to put yourself. And when I hear this, I'm like, okay, so that's how it's did. That's the mindset you got to have.
Even this event, this is a write-off. It's a write-off, and I'm investing in a marketing strategy. So this whole thing gonna be filmed, and it's gonna look good, and it's gonna be put into a form of a video that's gonna get put out to the public to attract more attention.
Yeah,
that's a business investment.
Yeah. Oh, well, I've already, and I say this, and I know you're not on our podcast as always. I'm just joke. Elite credit. You're not doing that, but now you will say something about it. But that to me is a business venture too. It's also expanding your business by doing this too.
Yeah,
you have
that's on the nose. I actually do.
Yeah,
just not on the podcast.
I know.
Outside of
So if people start to see like on the podcast you're doing this here, then they see you again. Like, okay, so Eric doing the podcast and he's doing elite credit. So okay, I need to get with us. Be cool on pod. Like I said, you're building that.
I'm branding myself.
You're branding yourself. That's the word. You're branding yourself. Yeah.
So those are all you got to learning all the components on how to be a full-fledged business person. It's stuff you think you like, man, it don't take all that. It actually does, and you start like, damn, I see why they say it now. You just start seeing what you heard people say for the long. Like, damn, you really got to do this. You really got to put money into marketing. You need marketing dollars. Shit, I might even need to get an assistant now, because as things grows, you can't contain everything in your head. I got a calendar, I got appointments, I got to do. Now I have to become an overall organized person.
Yeah, a company. You got to be a company now.
Even with this, as this grows, everybody that gets added to it, I gotta pay them. Like my new cameraman, my nephew, I'm paying him to do this. Every episode I pay him a certain amount of money, because we're in this. I'm in this for the long haul. I'm not in this for a few dollars here and there. I'm in this for when it does get to where it needs to be. It becomes everybody on a literal payroll. Like a company pays us for our content, and then we pay out everybody. That's what I'm trying to get to. So I'm saying,
I'm happy you never said that,
because that's the business side of it.
I mean, but what I'm saying, this is the first time I've ever heard you say it though.
Right. Well,
you said it before.
I guess maybe
there's so many words. I can't say too much because it's not.
It's just on.
Yeah. Well, it's y'all not gonna. I ain't gonna say y'all not gonna understand me, but it gotta be a conversation centered around it. Like, and I would probably rather had it off camera, but.
And I was just saying, so is this like some of the conversations that you wanted to have off camera?
Yes. So like the future of. That's why I keep saying where it's going.
Okay, so I should say that call to NBC.
Say what?
So I should say that call to NBC for a while.
Lock that number in. Send them a text message for.
Okay.
Y'all see, you learn something on this podcast. I promise you do. You do.
Learn a nigga don't know nobody at NBC.
But
you learn that too. Yeah, but yeah.
Just think about opening up think about the people that we ran into that we otherwise wouldn't have ran into had we not. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This just how it works. Like, I started off with a microphone and a little switchboard, but I knew how I wanted it to look the first day I started. I just couldn't afford it. I'm gonna get this and this just so I could start. Let me do something. Then I had to figure out the kinks. Now I got to figure out how to separate the video and the audio. I got to learn all this stuff. I already know how to edit. The reason I started because I knew I could do it. Then we did it. Brought y'all, boom. We did the podcast, boom. Co-host. Now we getting guests. You brought Max on, right?
Yeah.
Then Robert come in the picture. Robert lead us the wheel. Will lead us the other wheel. Now I'm in the room with people that we get invited places. It's opening up. That's how we grow. Like y'all probably haven't noticed because I'm with it. I'm doing it every day, but it's growing literally. Because now, it like when you hear people that say like, I went to the cognac cigars.
Yeah.
Partner I ain't seen in probably 7-8 years. We went to school together. I ain't know he knew about the podcast. Might I see podcast? Might not. We're not friends on Facebook. Nothing. So I don't know what circuit. I don't know how it got to him.
Yeah.
But it got to him.
Yeah.
It's growing. One person excited me. Somebody that I didn't know sing. Like I didn't even.
And by you say that, my cousin told me the same thing last week.
That he liked the podcast.
Yeah, he said he just scrolled YouTube and saw it.
And saw it.
Yeah, he not even. The only thing he is on TikTok, but Facebook and all that. He ain't know. He like, cuz, y'all on YouTube. I said, yeah, cuz, go to the, he's my already subscribed and everything.
We came through his algorithm.
Yeah,
he was
that's
like,
what I'm
that's
saying.
what it
he
is.
said,
I just told you, a partner of mine hit me up, and he's not on nothing outside of video game, and he just hit me and said, man, y'all going, is it live? I said, what you mean? I was asking you that. And I texted him, I said, you know about the podcast? He said, man, yeah. He said, a few of us know about it. I said, but I ain't gonna ask him how, but I told him, man, he said he's already subscribed, and he just wanna know what's gonna be live. I was smiling to myself. I was like, man, it's a good feeling to know that it's starting to grow.
Yeah, man.
People are finding out about it that I didn't know that knew about it. So, you know, that's another reason why I like, man, I'd be excited to come. I hate coming to Mississippi, but I for this podcast I come because my thing is I look at this podcast as therapy. Y'all may look at it different. I look at it as therapy because it be things I may want to say that I don't say during the week. I can say on this podcast. You know, I talk with y'all, and then we got some of the similar stuff. It's for me, it's therapy, man. It's just my opinion. It's just therapy for me. I love it. So
you don't ever talk to yourself?
yes, I do. We've already had a conversation.
That therapy? Or you just want somebody else to hear it?
I just want somebody else to hear it. Yeah.
Well, talk in the mirror.
But you said you don't talk to yourself, though. Remember you said that?
I didn't say. I was asking you. I didn't say me.
Don't you remember him saying that? He said he didn't talk to himself. Remember you said we did?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't saying I did then.
We wired the podcast.
I didn't say that. I asked you.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't worried about it.
But do you talk to yourself? Yes.
I almost said something.
Damn, okay. Say it to yourself.
I talk to my feet.
Okay, whatever, Chris, whatever. Yeah, I talk to myself, but like I said, it's good to put it out there. Like I said, we've had some conversations on these podcasts that I ain't had with nobody. But
and that's you
know, so but to me though, I think that would make the podcast more genuine and more authentic because we're talking about stuff that, you know, a lot of people ain't talking about certain things or be embarrassed to say something. I don't be.
So you think it's I'm probably answering my own damn question, but are you more comfortable talking to certain people about certain things and you wouldn't dare talk to them about certain things?
I am, and when I say that, when I'm talking now, right now I'm looking at Eric and Chris. I know we're on the pod, but I'm looking at y'all, so I'm gonna say things with y'all that if I just focus on these cameras, I'm be like, oh, I ain't gonna say that, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. Is that's just me.
Yeah, and then if we're having a conversation, that's the thing. Like we're having an actual conversation. How often do you just get with your friends and partners and just sit around? I was just gonna talk.
Exactly.
Like, so you open up some type of like apparatus for people to talk and involve. Like the conversation ain't. You know, everybody got a podcast. We got thousands of podcasts. So that's a lot of people may think, well, the podcast thing is saturated. Well, it don't. It just. You think it's saturated, and this is another conversation I was having with somebody. There's always another thing. When black people think too many people are doing something, they use the word saturated. It's just like anything else. You get in, you find your lane, and you work the system.
Yeah.
You just don't know what to do if you was to do it. You don't have an idea of what you would do. You would have to copy somebody else.
Yeah.
You can't find your own lane. Just find your own lane. If you feel like you can't find your own lane, then
stay out of it.
Stay out of it.
Yeah, exactly. So
no, it ain't shit saturated.
So it ain't because my thing also too, if one person's just doing it and then nobody's trying to do it, but this person's problem from, come on, man, come on. If it's good and it's good content, it's gonna sell itself.
Real conversation.
Yeah, and to me, being authentic and genuine is always going to be better than anything else. I mean, you can have a podcast that's going to gossiping and and that's good for you if that's the lane you're in. But like you said, I think this to me is better. This is my opinion. You know, being authentic. Like I said, when we talk, I'm talking to y'all. I'm not looking at them cameras. I'm talking to y'all. This is how I talk now. If them cameras all still be saying the same thing, so that's how I like it. That's why I like it.
Okay.
So, like my Universal Thought podcast is going to be the best podcast in the world. You did what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm speaking that out right now.
Put it out there.
Give a damn what's going on.
Yeah, put it out there.
Podcast world.
Because I still want to know their favorite child, since we know it's not a boy.
Who?
You bring them old shit.
He said you talk to us about anything. Tell us who your favorite child.
But Chris, you're not gonna get me to go there, so let that go. I told you the last thing. I ain't gonna tell you now. Ain't nothing different. Whatever. What's your favorite child?
Man, what the hell? Hold on. Different about what? I want to hear this. What is y'all talking about?
The podcast we had before, y'all was asking me who my favorite. You remember that? Who the favorite and all that crap? And I said I won't answer that question. I'm still not answering that question.
Favorite who? Favorite
child.
Oh, your favorite child?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So Chris went back there again. Who your favorite child, Chris?
The one
The
I
one ain't
had.
doing right. The one doing right at that time. Chris, but you only got two. See, it's a little bit, your choice is a little bit, no, I'm not going there, Chris. I just had one to text me like, what if you can't answer the phone because you a podcaster. What if it was an emergency?
You got like you taking the chance multiple choice like
I think
whenever you wrong, whenever you don't know, just pick six.
It gets like that when you start having a lot of Chris. So whatever, man.
Man, was that multiple choice supposed to go to D? My shit go to Z.
No, Chris, I'm not doing it, man. And this guy worked. He got eight daughters. 8 daughters. No boys, 8 daughters. And he was like, he came in and we don't even talk at all. But he said, hey, I heard you got about as many as I got. I said, hold a minute. How many you got? He said, I got 8. I said, I ain't got as many as you got. I said, I got 5. He said, shit, you ain't far. Hey man, we need to talk. I said, no, we don't need to talk. I mean, you got your problems, I got my problem. Our problems gonna be different.
Talk about what?
Exactly. I mean, I guess he felt like, Dre, you can kind of understand where I'm coming from because his dog's all grown too.
I was finna say, was they younger or something?
They all grown, but my thing is, dog. But like I said, your problems are different than mine because, a bit different. We all have different problems. So no, man, no. So